What's up, everybody?
Hey,
What's going on? It's your girl, Take Action Low, and
Carla's here, also called CJ.
boom! What's going on, everybody? Hope you all are well. We hope and pray you guys are doing
Yeah,
well. Crazy times we are in right now.
yes.
And that's why we wanted to come back at you guys with another video here to talk about not only the coronavirus update, but the market has changed. Things have changed, guys. Things
And
have
changing
changed, but the
every
good
day, right?
every day seems like every hour, right? Things are changing, and you want to know how to one not panic. So I think that's one of the things that Carl and I want to talk about. Just you don't have to freak out. So you just want to be able to somehow be able to learn to release the anxiety. And there are things that we do, and there are things that we're going to share that we do to help you, right, Carla?
Right, right. So I
So,
know we're in a pandemic. I don't think that it just is blows my mind to think that I'm living through a pandemic.
right. It's,
We had to Google it. We watched a video on the last pandemic that
yeah,
we had.
it's right. And I know a lot of people are taking it lightly and they're saying, oh, it's just the flu or it's just the light strain of the flu or another strain of the flu. But, there's a lot of things that's going on that is not in order or in place for us here in the
But it's
United
okay,
States. And
right?
that's why everything has shut down, pretty much. Every hour, schools, I know here in the Dallas Fort Worth area, Dallas ISD, their schools are closed down indefinitely. And other, school districts throughout not only Dallas Fort Worth, but throughout Texas and other states. I think San Francisco just shut down the entire city for 3 weeks. It doesn't matter what your political views are. All you need to know is that things have shut down. Nobody can argue that. Not one person, whether you are rich or poor. Things have shut down and it's impacting all of us. But we're going to talk about how not to panic, and as a real estate investor, as entrepreneur, some things that you can also do to prepare yourself for what's coming out of this, for you and for us to be able to help sellers and buyers. So, Carla, did you want to add to that?
Well, just on a personal note, a few things that we've done is we've started to self quarantine. That self quarantine process. We
Oh,
didn't
my
panic.
hands are dry. I think I wash my hands 30 times a day.
Right, right. German
Literally.
Lysol. I don't think I know
Yeah.
that we haven't panicked, but we definitely did go to the store and
Mhm.
buy things so that we
Yeah.
could last, at least a few days without going back to the store.
Right. Well,
So that
actually, a couple of weeks. I think we're
yeah.
okay for a couple of weeks.
Mhm.
So,
So, and also my mom lives with us, and so that's something we want to be concerned about and make sure that we're not transferring anything to her. So, we're really trying to just be very cautious and take it very seriously. So,
right. All the excuse me, the preventative measures that we can take, we're taking them.
yeah,
So we are doing that. And it's necessary to do that. Just like, Carla said, her mother, my mother-in-law lives with us and she has to have care. And we have care providers that come, in and out. So we have to do those things, to make sure that we're all good. And we encourage you guys to do that, and even if you don't want to, I know I've been talking to several, friends in their home. They're already having like this anxiety because they're home and they're going to be home with their kids over the next 2-3 weeks or more, which is crazy. But we want to encourage you guys and help you guys to just breathe.
take a deep breath.
Just breathe. That's right. And sometimes you have to turn off the news. I know I find myself, because we want to try to stay up to date because things are changing so much and you just can't turn it off and not know. You have to kind of know what's going on, but sometimes you have to kind of shut it off and either, we call and I talk, we laugh, or we call other family, friends, do crazy, silly videos, or look at crazy, silly videos. I know I post all kind of crazy stuff, or funny stuff rather, online, and that's to help other people laugh, but it helps.
Just some, I know you're going to go in to share some things that we've done to help release that anxiety that we've all felt because of this virus. I do believe that we'll make it through.
Yes.
I'm hopeful that we'll make it through with the limited amount of loss of life as possible. Um,
Yes.
and so, why don't you share some things? Because I know you have it down to, um, you have some really, really good things to share to help people get rid of that anxiety.
Well, it's I call it my 5 Fs, and it's really dealing with helping people to learn how to get their mojo back, and also to be able to help to eliminate some depression, and or how to cope with it. And I call it my 5 Fs. And the first F is faith. And so that's one of the things that, Carla and I do. We're believers, we believe in God. We're Christian, we're non denominational, but we're Christian. And, in times like these, when no one has any control over what's going on, think about it. Nobody, not even the president. No one has control over the events that are happening. So when you don't have control, a lot of times that does bring fear and anxiety. Then when you can have faith, or for us, it allows us to look at something bigger than what we are as humans here, and to be able to have that faith and that hope in something greater that will be able to help us through and to cope with the ever, changing waves of life. And for us, that's God. That's one, that's faith. The second F is twofold, is family and friends. So being able to communicate often with good family, close family you're close to, and friends to talk to be able to share things with, to share concerns that you have, and know that they won't, go out and tell your business or whatever, but being able to trust that you have that sphere of like-minded humans that carry your same blood, or even if it's friends that's like family, same thing. But you guys, you have that commonality, and that brings, peace, and it also brings a sense of ease when you have that. So family and friends, being able to communicate with them through video, through text message, every day, every other day, I think it's important we do it, and it helps. The third F is fitness, and this rolls into self care. So being able to eliminate stress and the anxiety and of working out, a lot of gyms, 24-hour fitness, right? Just said that they closed indefinitely. All their gyms, they're closed. So for people that go to gyms, now you have to work out at home, or walk around the block, or jog around the block. Take a walk. If it becomes too much, go out, take a walk. 30, 45 minutes to an hour. Or if you're at home, turn on some music, dance to your favorite songs for a good 30, 45 minutes. Get your heart rate up. Okay. We do that. I do that. I like to lift weights. I lift weights here at the house. But you have to, and also, with your mindset, you have to work on your mindset. And that's that mental fitness as well. So being able to read self-help books or podcasts or things that are uplifting to help you as well. So we've talked about faith, we talked about family and friends, we've talked about fitness, and also I want to talk about forgiving yourself. So a lot of times we try to beat ourselves up over past issues or past mistakes that we still haven't let go of. And you have to do that in order to be able to, number five, focus on moving forward. And in times like these, we need to be able to stay clear minded enough, or stay in a good place mentally, so that we can continue to focus on the things that we need to do for our families. And a lot of times in situations like these, you find that some of the most innovative people that have been able to come up with ways to help people throughout this situation, in situations like this, pandemics and depressions, not only have come out and helped so many people, they've turned it into a business. So for those of you that are entrepreneurs, you have to look at that. What is needed right now? There's so much that's needed right now. Prime example, with the care providers, we were running out of masks, right, Carla?
Yes.
And they were out of stock everywhere. And having masks is extremely important for protecting, elderly, sickly, and also yourselves in the event someone has it or doesn't want to, give it to someone else. So my mom made some reusable masks for us. And I posted that on Facebook, and we just got so many people that were like, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
she's selling them. Does she need one?" And it's like, "Oh, boom. Okay." She was doing it for us to help, but now there's a demand.
Yeah.
And so look at ways to be able to help. And you can't do that if you're frustrated, if you're full of anxiety, if you're depressed, if you're sitting at the house drinking and smoking all day and not doing nothing. And you see what I'm saying? You have to be able to use these 5 F's. These are my 5 F's that I want to share with you that we do to help. And I think it's going to help you through and help all of us through these difficult times that's coming. So
Yes.
they're here, and it's projected that it could get worse. Hopefully, it doesn't. We're prayerful that it doesn't, but in the event that it does, you want to be prepared.
Those each of those five things that you mentioned, I've used them religiously over the past 2, 3 years, and so I definitely know that they work to help you get through difficult times. So thanks for sharing that. I think that's we all need to know those things.
Absolutely, and we can talk. Yeah, and we can talk more about that, Carl. I don't know if you think it's a good idea, or if you guys want to, provide feedback. Maybe we can kind of break each of those F's down on a separate video, on a live or recorded video for everyone. You
Yeah,
think that'd be a good idea?
yes, I think that would be great.
Okay, cool. I can do it.
Mhm.
So what else do you want to talk about? You talk about the market changed and what does that mean for real estate investors, us real estate investors and
Yes,
also realtors?
yes. I know that I have talked to two sellers this week that have told me, nope, I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold off. And these are appointments that I had already met with them, and we were pretty much going to move forward. And they are like, nope, not doing anything. So I'm sure that we're not the only ones experiencing that.
Oh, absolutely. It's all of our colleagues,
Yeah.
that that's in this, real estate business. And the Airbnb, I saw on a Facebook group, real estate Facebook group a couple of days ago, and a question was asked, has anyone's Airbnb business been impacted? And there's several people that was like, yes. And they were frustrated because they had properties that they own and that they were, renting out to tourists and different people that would come in for spring break or summer break or vacations or whatever. And they canceled. They had one guy I think he said he had about 4 or 5 cancellations throughout June, and
Yeah.
he said, "That's gonna hurt him. It's gonna
Yeah.
hurt him." So, it is definitely impacting everyone, and think about this, think about people that's in the service industry, that work in restaurants. They recently just passed, I don't know if it's all states right now, but in several states, they cut out dine-in. Nobody can go into a restaurant and sit down and eat.
Mm.
They've sh they've cut it out. They banned that from happening. Only, people can only go through drive-throughs
Right.
and pick up food. So what
Right.
does that mean? That means people are out of work. So anyone that's in the service industry is gonna be impacted. Anyone, that has to physically go out and, do labor, that labor work, have to be around people. Caterers, we have a good friend that's an extremely wonderful caterer, and I saw that she posted, once it was passed, no more than 8 people or 10 people can gather in one setting, and she just posted on that comment, she said, "I don't know what I'm gonna do."
Mm.
That's exactly what she said, and so it's real, these things are happening, but the wonderful thing is you want to be able to find a way to choose faith over the fear and prayer, instead of panic or whatever you do, meditate. We're just
Faith
sharing.
over fear,
uh,
prayer over panic.
yeah,
I like
faith
that.
over fear and prayer over panic. And let me put that back up. So, and this will help eliminate that stress, guys. And of course, having a nice little drink here and there, amen, that can help calm some nerves.
Well, that's true. And also, which
Not
is
too
what I
many.
like, is to have another strategy,
Yes.
have another business strategy so that you can still pay your bills, bring money into your household.
So let's
To
get into
me,
that.
that's important.
Let's get into that. Let's talk about deals over the phone. So we've been doing this. We've been working from home 13, 14 years. I know I have. I know you've been working from home about 8 or 9 years. But we do deals over the phone. We just got a contract back today, priority mail, from a seller in East Texas, which is about 3 hours from where we live. I've never seen the property. I've been talking with the sellers, built a rapport, worked the numbers, negotiated. They said yes, mailed the contract to them. And the only reason why I mailed the contract is because they were older and they didn't have email. Okay. So we paid for sent it priority, paid for prepaid priority postage. Come back, they sent it back. Already have a buyer. The buyer faxed over his signed agreement assignment, and he wired the funds to the title company. And we've been doing deals like this for the last 13 years. So, realtors, investors, you really want to focus on learning how to do deals over the phone and do them virtually, even if it's not in your market. And we do that. And if you want more information about that, just let us know. But Carla, did you want to add to that?
Yeah, so it's just the only way that we can, continue to be in business no matter what the market looks like. Also, just knowing how to close a deal using non-traditional real estate, which is on seller financing, subject to, which is what you offer, Lo, you know a lot about subject to. But when you're working with your seller or working with a buyer, working with the seller, just knowing these options can help you help your client get their house sold during a market that has slowed down a little bit, which is what's happening now. I believe that they're predicting the market is going to slow down a little bit. So just knowing that can help you.
Absolutely. And just like she said, when I started back in 07, 08, it was during the time when the economy was bad. It was bad.
Yeah,
And a lot of sellers was trying to sell their property, and we're getting into that.
yeah.
We're getting
Short
back
sale.
into that cycle. Absolutely. So there's been a couple of short sales that you've done here recently. One has already been approved, and there's a buyer, and it's looking to close at the end of the month. But short sales, where people get behind on their mortgage payments and they can't pay it, and before the house goes into foreclosure, a short sale can be hopefully worked. And that's when you want somebody that understands that process. And, that is our background. And, Carla and our team, we can able to handle those short sales. And that's when homeowners get in trouble again. And they don't want to lose the house to foreclosure, but they can't sell it. But, a real estate professional can come in and say, okay, let me see if I can help you and talk with the bank to see if they will allow a short sale to happen. And Carl, if you want to talk a little bit more about that process, just so people can understand, if they get in the situation, they can reach out to us for help, for questions.
Most definitely. So, if you are coming across a time where you're not able to make your mortgage payment, you always want to reach out to your mortgage company and talk to them and let them know the situation that you're in. Usually, they will try to help you with a loan modification or forbearance. Forbearance is where they delay your payments a month or two. Usually, they tag it to the end of your loan, your note, or whatever. Loan modification is when they modify your loan and take those payments that you owe and calculate them into the loan. There's a couple of ways that they are able to work with you, but a short
Yeah.
sale is something that if you find that you don't want to keep the house, you're not able to keep the house, say you aren't able to make your payments, so you've moved out, then you don't have to go into foreclosure. You can request a short sale with the bank, and that means that they'll accept less than what's owed to call your loan even or due or whatever paid, whatever it is that they call it. It's a little bit more to it, but just just an overview of it, those are some options that your mortgage company can help you with. So, and then also as a real estate professional, you want to make sure that you're asking the right questions to make sure that you're able to help your clients, because sometimes they're not, you know, they don't know what to tell you. So you have to ask the right questions. One of the questions you always want to know is, are you able to make your payments, and what's your financial situation so that I can help you. So that way we can work together to help everyone stay in their homes. If that's an option for you, or relocate if you need to, whatever you need to do, that we're able to help do that. So
All right. So another option that, or one thing that you really want to learn about for all my real estate investors out there, subject to investing. So that's going to pick up. So if you haven't learned that particular option, a creative option to help sellers, now is the time to do that. I have a great friend who is an expert with this. My very first deal as a real estate investor back in 07, 08 was a subject to deal. So you definitely want to learn how to do subject to deals. You're going to be in a position to help a lot of people. All right. Also, um, owner finance, seller financing, lease options, but that's not something that we do. And I believe Texas kind of frowns upon that. But if you're in other states, that could be an option for you. But these are some of the things that you want to position yourself now to start learning. And again, if you have any questions, or if you want to start learning about that and want some suggestions on some courses, let us know. Just reach out to us and we can help you with that. Okay.
that's awesome. Can I talk about something that's not business related?
Absolutely. Depends on what it is. Not joking.
Is that what it is? No. So just being self quarantine, it's interesting because we've all had to kind of adjust to some things, and I'm having to adjust to doing my lashes myself. Will be the first time in a long time
Yeah.
that I have had I miss my lastician. I miss her, Tran. I miss you.
Yeah. You see her later. Amen. Yeah.
I
No,
just want
we're gonna
to make
wait on
light.
Tran.
I just wanted to make light. But yeah, I think that this is a great opportunity for, um, you know,
To learn.
a lot of
Learn a
things
new
to
skill
happen.
set. Yes.
Yes,
Learn how to do deals over the phone. And again, we
that's
can help
right.
you
So
with
you can
that.
work
If
from
you need help
home.
with that,
Not
work
only
from home.
businesses, all businesses, it's just an opportunity for them to create a work from home program. It's really to their benefit to have
Yes.
it. And also, as agents, if we should be able to work from home, trainings. That's what I love about EXP is it's a cloud broker. Everything's in the cloud. The processes are already set in place so that I can work from anywhere. There's really no change to our business, and I love that. We use SkySlope, which is a great system that I can input my documents, and it goes straight to my broker that issues my documents that go to the title company. It's just a smooth process. So I really believe that for agents and real estate professionals, if you're finding that you're having a difficult time because you're online, then give us a call so we can help you and share some apps with you to help get your business online so that you can work from home. So I just wanted to share that part too.
Nope, that's great. I think that's one of the best decisions we made close to 2 years ago, was
Yeah,
switching you from a flat fee based brokerage to a cloud base. And I mean, actually, EXP stock has increased because of this, because it's cloud based, it's virtual. That's where we are. There's going to be companies from this that will probably shut down a lot of their brick and mortar because they will be impacted from this, of what's going on. So business as we know it, it's going to change. And businesses that thought about, and even churches, ministries that thought about going online, that really didn't adapt, and they only solely went based off brick and mortar, are hurting. I know that for a fact, because people can't go, they can't congregate, they can't be, get together, and it's impacting them if they don't have it set up online to be able to facilitate and teach and train people, minister to them and all that. So let's recap. Number one, relax, breathe, shake off some of that anxiety by practicing the 5 F's. All right, that's one. Two, you want to be able to have multiple options of being able to help not only yourself, but your family and your clients. So learn a new skill set. All right. If you're an investor, start learning more about subject to investing. Those opportunities are coming. Short sales, partner. If you're a realtor, partner with us. If you don't know how to do short sales, or if you get listings and they go expired, and these folks are in trouble and they're about to lose their home to foreclosure, connect with us. We can help them. Let's partner. Don't lose that lead. Real estate investors, if you need some assistance with some deals, we can help. Or if you want to learn how to do deals over the phone, right? Virtually. And we do it all the time. We use mobile notaries, we use digital signatures. And the more people that you talk to, for those of you that have not talked to a lot of sellers or you don't like doing it, you outsource it. Now you have to do it. You have to talk to people. So instead of talking to 5 people a day, start talking to 10 people a day. The more you talk to them, the better you get. Is that right, Carla?
Yes, it's all about the numbers.
It's numbers. Absolutely. So, and make sure you subscribe. Subscribe here to the YouTube channel, to my podcast. Also, Carla's going to have her fan page on here. So, all you realtors, she has a great group, Power Trainings for Realtors, where she's doing free training every Tuesday at 7:30. And yeah, so we're going to definitely keep that up and be consistent, especially now in this time, because people have reached out to us just for help and just to kind of get an idea and the feel of what's going on and where things are going. And we want to continue to be here to help you guys. Right, CJ?
That's right. We just wanted to jump on here and share with you guys that it's going to be okay. We're going to make it through.
We're going to make it through. It
And
may get ugly. It may get uglier.
that's right.
But we're going to make it through. So we appreciate you guys. Much love. Be safe out there and take action.